Chris asks, while the 309 is processing, can we simultaneously apply for a visitor visa? So just to kind of, I suppose, touch on this, Peraz has, I suppose, is a case study of what it looks like to apply for a visitor visa when you have a pending 309 in the pipeline. So to reiterate, yes, you can apply, but what eventually starts to happen is that visitor visa holders may find themselves on a visa that is expiring whilst they're waiting for the offshore 309. There's no bridging visa associated to an offshore 309 unless it's applied for in this order, as in visitor visa first granted, then apply for the 309. That's why I asked Peraz to clarify the order in which he had applied for these applications for his wife. But the majority of people, they apply for this first and then they apply for this, because they don't know that by applying for this first and getting it granted, it actually gives them more options later. But anyway, the point is, Chris, to your question, yes, you can, but these are the pitfalls, these are the risks you have to consider. And primarily it's that the visitor visa is a short-term period of stay, and versus an offshore pending 309 that you just don't know how long it's going to take. And there's going to be scenarios like this where people are urging the offshore consulate to finalize the offshore 309, but really it's beyond their control to a large degree, and they need to kind of explore alternative options, such as applying for a visa to extend that person's stay, but then you face possible complications around refusals, appealing, costs associated, etc., or because you're still waiting for a 309. But the main point really at the moment is that, thankfully, at the end of the day though, the 309 can be granted to that person when they're onshore. The only concern really becomes if they change that rule. If it kind of reverts back to what it was and they stop granting offshore 309s to people onshore and they kind of reintroduce the need to depart the country, that's going to cause some headaches again. But hopefully they just leave it as it is, because there really isn't any need to go back to the old system. But we'll have to wait and see.